when did music become a thing for you? How old were you when you realized, ooh, I can do this?
Well, I was a kid and I had like a little toy Casio that someone bought. And I would listen to the jingles on TV and play them. So I was playing like Coca-Cola jingles on my little Casio. And then when I was 13, I sort of made a decision that I wanted to take up an instrument. And I picked up a guitar, and it was a good decision. I'm lucky that I found my instrument. And yeah, I got home from my first guitar lesson. The guy taught me how to play a power chord, and the first thing I did was start writing songs, terrible songs, but
Wow.
I was writing them. And
You were a writer from the get-go, huh?
yeah, it was one of those that, like, I didn't know it. I can look back and be like, oh, well, it was natural, but at the time I didn't even know what I was doing. I was just like,
Yeah.
oh, this just feels like something I want to try. So
I see. I could, if I had any talent at all, which I don't, but if I had been in your shoes and learned how to play a power chord, I could see myself sitting in my bedroom going, "I hate chemistry. I'm cutting class." That would have been me. So
yeah,
I'm
my
sure.
songs were pretty much like that. Yeah, he's got to start somewhere.
Exactly.
The common
Exactly.
thread.
Got to fight against the machine right out of the
You're
gate.
right.
Why not?
Yep.
Why not?
Yep. Chemistry
So
teachers.
tell me a little bit. You said you were 13. Tell me a little bit about your household growing up. Was there music throughout the house? Was it something you picked up from parents, siblings, grandparents?
It's strange. It wasn't. I have a very wonderful, loving, supporting family, but none of them are really musical at all. I'm definitely the black sheep, with the asterisk that everyone kind of thinks I'm cool, even though they don't really understand what it is I'm doing. But yeah, no, my parents, they're supportive and they wanted me to learn. And, I've done some cool gigs and they were in attendance for the big ones and even in a lot of the small ones too. But I didn't grow up in that house. I had to figure it out on my own. So when I was a kid, I was listening to a lot of pop radio, and some of it was better than others. And then in college, discovered the world of David Bowie and more experimental kind of, Brian Eno, that sort of thing, going down that rabbit hole. And then eventually discovered, more roots music, country music. And was like, oh, this is a whole world that I think is really interesting and amazing. And yeah, that's the one nice thing well, many nice things about music is that there's so many adventures you can take
Yeah.
just by exploring. It's great.
Yeah. That's good
Yeah.
stuff. So you said the first couple of songs you were writing at 13 weren't very good. When did you think, okay, I know how to do this now and I can write things that are good? Or when did you start to think you had something?
My later teens, I knew I loved writing, and I felt like I was writing better lyrics than the people around me.
Mm.
So it took me a while to really find my footing. It really took me until my 20s till I really felt like I'm a great songwriter and people should be doing my songs, as opposed to people sticking me in the corner on the bass or whatever. And it's an evolving process too. The things I wrote maybe 6 or 7 years ago are not things I would write now. So I feel like it's a never expanding process. Hopefully I'm doing good work, or at least interesting work if it's not fantastic.
Yeah.